Sorry, sir, we're not open yet.
I'm not here to play your games.
Well, this is a private party this afternoon.
My business is with Mr. Spencer.
He's tied up at the moment.
I must speak to him.
Well, if you tell me what it's about, I'll see if he can spare you a few minutes.
I shall ask him myself. At once.
And I hope you all enjoy yourselves this evening. Kind of a special night. We rarely get to open the casino before 9, but it is special, and we got permission from the city council. I consider that a great step towards our gambling referendum. Now, we got a lot of hard work ahead of us before the election, but I think I can promise you one more big blast-out party, and that'll be election night. A victory celebration. All right. Good evening.
Mr. Spencer?
Yes.
I'm Lord Rama of Gulistan.
Okay. What can I do for you?
I have a business proposition for you. One that I suspect you'll find most interesting. Will you indulge me?
And if you choose not to make a tax-deductible contribution to my campaign, then you're just more than welcome to drop your life savings at the tables, but I'm going to get your money either way. Have a good time. Didn't expect to see you here.
Oh, I love a good party, too.
Yeah, I also understand you love the opponent's campaign manager.
Yes, as a matter of fact, I'm married to him.
Another spy in the joint, huh?
Could be, honey, but it isn't me. I'm a Spencer woman all the way.
Thank you. I won't tell Brian if you don't.
He knows.
He does? Great. Another jealous husband on my tail. Just what I need.
Did you say nothing?
It's just a figure of speech, that's all.
Wait a minute. Brian and I, we agree on most things, but not on who would make the best mayor for Port Charles. In that situation, we go our own way.
Well, you show good taste. I really appreciate your support. Thank you.
Be justifiable.
How do you want me to do that?
I want you to win. I want you to win.
I'm going to do that. I'm going to give it my best shot. Hey, you know, you might be able to help. Hold out on your husband, make him sleep on that sofa until he changes his affiliation. That'll bring Lee Baldwin to his knees, I bet you.
Yeah, might fire his campaign manager.
Well, that's all right. The more people he fires, the more votes for me.
You're the greatest.
Hey, who are you? Thanks for being here.
Okay.
Have a good time now.
All right, you're there.
Sorry, Your Lordship. Wait, is it, what is it, Lordliness?
I never stand on ceremony in your country.
Oh, good. Well, politics before business, and now the politics is over. What would you like to talk about?
Let me provide you with the barest of backgrounds, if I may.
Be my guest.
Do you know much about my country?
Less than nothing.
Allow me to enlighten you. Gulistan is a tiny kingdom tucked away in the foothills of the Himalayas.
Oh, you do a lot of mountain climbing there, yes?
The only kind of climbing my country is concerned with is pulling ourselves into the 20th century.
Well, if you have a choice, I think I'd park it in the 18th century. That was a good century.
You fail to appreciate the gravity of our situation.
Well, actually, I fail to appreciate much of anything unless the apple drops right on my head.
You have a strange sense of humor, Mr. Spencer.
To each his own, I suppose.
Shall I get to the point?
Please.
My country's biggest need is energy. And unfortunately, we possess neither the capital nor the resources to develop our own.
What does this have to do with me?
I think you know, Mr. Spencer.
Like I said, unless the apple drops right there.
It could be a lot more than an apple.
Excuse me, is that a threat?
More like a promise. Small objects which produce vast amounts of energy at a fraction of its current cost are now available. That is precisely what my country needs to survive.
You sound pretty desperate.
Yes, very desperate.
I don't suppose it would help to tell you that you're barking up the wrong tree.
Of course, by helping my country, you could be helping yourself enormously.
Oh, well, now you're getting to a subject I like. If you'd like to introduce gambling to the Himalayas, I'm your man, because that's my business. But anything apart from that, I suggest you go to an energy expert. I'm just a simple little old country gambling casino operator. If you'll excuse me, I have business.
You're far too modest, Mr. Spencer.
My only fault.
From what I understand, you're a man of many talents. Will you rest?
Mr. Rama, I have enough trouble keeping my own energy up without dealing with an entire country.
But you're in a unique position
How so?
to hear things.
What kind of things?
Oh, information, gossip, news that might seem trivial to the casual listener, but to us, who knows what choice tidbit might just drop into your lap, if it hasn't already.
It has not. I think I'd know if it had.
I trust you would pass on any such discovery to me for a fee, a considerable fee. My government would greatly appreciate your cooperation in this matter.
You know, Mr. Rama, my place here is taking on a very interesting clientele at the moment. It seems that it's becoming a mecca for foreign dignitaries such as yourself. They show up all the time and they never gamble. They always want to do business. Why do you think that is?
Perhaps because their lives are risky enough.
Perhaps.
Do consider my proposition, Mr. Spencer. I assure you, it can be mutually beneficial in ways that you cannot even begin to imagine.